So what is this bone? What is this muscle on? Look at the bone, look carefully. Yeah. So it looks like it, but it's actually, I think it just says lateral, lateral surface. No, wait, where is it? No. Good. Where am I? Oh, wrong page. All right, it says lateral surface of the fibula, that's all. So it's not only the head, but it's all along there. It actually like attaches all along here. Now here's the weird thing. What is the insertion? This is not normal. It's an odd insertion. And so this shows you here how the tendon wraps around the lateral malleolus to the side of the foot, the lateral side, but then it goes under the foot all the way here to the first metatarsal and the medial cuneiform. So think of it on your foot. So
is it on the bottom?
Yeah, on the bottom. Touch your fibula.
Ew.
All right, touching your fibula?
Yes.
That's the fibularis longus. Do you know where the head of the fibula is? So, you know your tibial tuberosity? Go directly lateral to it. There's that bump.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, over more. There's a bump over one more. Okay? Then the fibula, lateral malleolus is the other part of it. So the fibularis longus goes all along there. Okay, feel. Then it wraps posterior around the lateral malleolus. It goes under the foot, so feel under the foot, and goes all the way across to metatarsal 1, under the foot. And the medial cuneiform over here. So it attaches here, inserts on the first metatarsal and the lateral medial cuneiform. Weird, huh? All right. Now, what's the actions? What actions? Hello. So just look at this. Look at the muscle on the picture. So this one pulls on the foot into what? No, it doesn't go to the digits, right? So it doesn't go to the phalanges here. So it's going to pull the whole foot. Now, I'm going to write, okay? And you have to put foot, let me see. Plantar flexes. So they say plantar flexes and everts foot. Yeah? So do you know what foot eversion is? It's like someone said, like if they're trying to hold their knees together because they have to go pee really badly. Their foot everts. No, pulls up on the side of the foot. Okay. Deep to the fibularis longus is this muscle. You know, when you sprain your ankle, you more invert your foot. You roll your ankle inward. Yeah, so inversion. It's the opposite of inversion. Good. So what is the other muscle that inserts on the same two features, but on the top of the foot, the dorsal surface, and has opposite actions? Do you remember what that muscle was that you have to know also? So think of touch the top of your foot. Yeah, tibialis, IS. And it's not longus, it's on the front of the tibia, tibialis anterior. Excellent. Isn't that weird? But it dorsiflexes and inverts the foot. But it's on the same two bones. Yeah, weird. All right. Name this muscle, which unfortunately has the name of it right there. But I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go pick another picture. Are there people around? All right, let's look at this picture. Okay. Okay. What are you eating? Maybe I'll just share the screen. That'll be easier. There. All right. So name this muscle right here. Good. What is the insertion? Insertion. Oh, it's a weird one. Yes, and? Good. What is its action? And so what's this surface of the foot where you plant your foot? So it's the sole, but they call that surface the plantar. So what kind of flexion is it? Good. So plantar flexes the foot. All right. Name this muscle right here that's deep to the fibularis longus. That's this other one underneath. So you have to kind of look really carefully. Good. And then name this muscle right here. Sometimes it looks like it's part of this muscle, but it's this muscle that goes right here. So this is where the tendon is. It goes to the side of the foot. Because that's the key. Because sometimes you go, so this muscle, So the brevis, well, the muscle is deep. The tendon goes, it's the one closest to the bone. So they kind of sit on top of each other. So the brevis one goes to the bone, and the brevis ends right here at the fifth metatarsal. Whereas the more superficial longus goes around, and see how it disappears under the foot? So if they were to label it right there, yeah, you see, oh, it's going under the foot. So that's the fibularis longus. If it doesn't go under the foot and it ends right here at the fifth metatarsal, that's the brevis. And then the one that also ends at the fifth metatarsal, but this muscle is more anterior. So, but it ends here at the fifth metatarsal. So this one, the tendon looks different for every cadaver I've seen. It never looks the same. So you just have to know that it ends at the fifth metatarsal. Yeah, it ends at the fifth metatarsal. So it's not a digitorum, right? Digitorums all go to the toes. So that's why this is a digitorum. This is a fibularis tertius. And this tendon is kind of weird looking. So you follow it and it looks like it goes to the same muscle. But here's the fibularis tertius over here on the outside. And the extensor digitorum longus is right in the middle. You just have to kind of really follow the tendons and see, do they go to the toes? Does it go here to the side, which makes it not a digitorum? Oh, is that what they say? Okay, I like that. So that's why you said aliens. Yeah, because it would go to, because it's like it's a part of the digitorum almost. And in some cadavers, you can't distinguish between the digitorum longus, extensor digitorum longus, and the fibularis tertius. Yeah, okay, that's good. But it actually doesn't go to a toe, it just goes to the fifth metatarsal. But it looks like it's part of the digitorum. Got it? All right. What else can I see here? Let's go, because you don't know what angle they're going to show it to you. So what is this muscle right here? I'll show you like all different views. Okay, so now where is this, what group of muscles? We're moving away from, yeah, so what is that? So remember, in your body, your soul is deep within your body. Uh-huh. So the soulius is deep. All right. And then this one, superficial to that, is the gastrocnemius. Is perfect. What is the origins? Because there's two heads, right? There's a medial and a lateral head. So they both have two different origins. So give me the origins. Yes. So give them to me specifically. What are they called? Not of the tibia. They're actually of the, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell here. So I'm going to bring up a posterior view, okay? All right, so maybe this is a little easier to see. Yeah, medial lateral condyles of the femur, and then what do they insert on? Yay! Via the calcaneal tuberosity by way of the calcaneal tuberosity via means like by way of the, so how does this muscle, yeah, the calcaneal tendon. So that's, I'm just reading it straight from yours. Calcaneal tuberosity via calcaneal tendon. You could say by way of the calcaneal tendon. Yeah, calcaneal tendon. So what is this bone called? I don't do it that specific. Yeah, I just say calcaneus, but I guess there's a little bump on the calcaneus, a rough, bumpy area. But I assume they want via the calcaneal tendon, right? What's the action? I should say actions because it crosses this joint and it crosses this joint. So it crosses the knee joint and the ankle joint. So what do they do? Yep. Ed? Yeah. What was that called? Nah, the dorsal surface, remember, is the top of your foot. And remember, there's no T in flexion. No, there's no T. There's an X, no T. Just take out the T. All right, remember you plant your foot. So what surface is that? So dorsiflexion and yeah, so spell it out. flexing of the knee and plantar flexion of the foot, I guess. All right, that's what they say. Plantar flexion of foot. Plantar flexus foot. Yeah. All right, name this little guy. What's that little guy? Good. Yeah, it's got a really long tendon. That's good. So this one actually has an insertion on the calcaneus too. It's got this really long tendon. It's kind of like the palmaris longus of the leg. You know how the palmaris longus has a little muscle but a really long tendon? It's kind of the equivalent. Let me get another picture. Okay, now we're looking deep. So here's the soleus. These are the gastrocnemius heads that were removed. Name this muscle or this muscle. Yeah, so first this one, the little one. Yeah, well, I don't know why that's there. There's just two heads, so. Yeah, good. So this is called it allows you to pop your knee. Or unlock your knee. So if you're standing a long time, you need to pop your knee or unlock your knee so you don't pass out. So it pushes the blood up. But it's deep. Popliteus, yes. All right, then we have the three deep layers of the, of the posterior leg. So are these extensors or flexors? Good. So the way I remember these is that the tendons go to opposite sides. So this one over here, even though it's the same side as the big toe, the hallux, it goes to the other side. So what would this one be? So you start with flexor, right? Flexor, no, posterior is this one. So we'll ignore that one for now. So this one is a flexor, but it doesn't go to the hallux, because it's on the same side. This one goes to the opposite side. So what are on the opposite sides? But it goes under the foot. Yeah. So flexor digitorum, what? There's long. Yeah. Good. And then what would be this one on the other side that's on the opposite side of the big toe? Yes. Good. Flexor hallucis longus. What is the origin of the flexor hallucis longus? So if you take a guess, we're looking at the lateral side of the leg. So what's on the lateral side of the leg? Yeah. But we're not looking at the lateral side of the leg. We're looking at the posterior surface. So you would call it the posterior fibular surface. Good. Posterior surface of the fibula. Okay. Now this one, oh, what's the action? Oh, what's the insertion? Sorry, what's the insertion? So just, no. So look at it, it's a flexor hallicus. So it has to insert on a digit. Yeah, so this says first digit, but it is the big toe. So first digit. And what is the action? Just, yeah, it is. It's a, yeah, an inferior. It's on the bottom of the foot. Because it's a flexor, because it like curls the toes. So the flexor digitorum and the flexor hallicus longus both curl your toes. Yeah, flexes which toe? And use the same language. They called it the first digit, so. So flex is what? And we'll keep that same language. Flex is first digit. Just say first digit, because that's what they said. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, what's this guy in the middle? You kind of were on it before when you said you knew there was a posterior somewhere in there. 12th Street, second. Oh my God. That was good. Okay, name this muscle. That is pretty amazing, huh? How your brain does it. Well, your brain thinks ahead. Um, because sometimes you add the next word into the word that you're writing, without even like saying or writing that word, but it knows what's coming. It's weird. Okay, so it is a posterior, but behind what bone is it? So we have an anterior muscle. Do you remember what the anterior muscle is called with the word anterior in it? Yeah, so then this is what? Name this one. No, so we have the tibialis anterior, right? Yeah, so this is the tibialis posterior, right? That's all. And it's in between these two muscles. Okay. We don't have to know anything else about it. All right, so just kind of, what is this one again? Just name it. Oh, okay. So these tendons wrap around the medial malleolus. Okay, you have to know the flexor hallicus longus, which is this one. The ones that wrap around the medial malleolus are the tibialis posterior, and I think the flexor digitorum. I don't think the flexor hallicus longus wraps around. I'd have to look at that. I don't think so. So just if they pin the big toe tendon, so if you're looking at the bottom of the foot, let Let me see if I have a picture of the bottom of the foot. Let me see this one. Okay, so if they, if they pin something that looks like, if they just pin the tendon going to the hallux, the big toe, on the bottom of the foot, it's a flexor, right? Because you're curling your toes, and it's a flexor hallucis longus, right? All right. What if they pin it on the other side to the big toe? What is that one? This causes you to stretch out your toe. Yeah, so it would be what would the name be? Extensor hallucis longus. Right. So if you just remember curling your toes as flexing, so that's why you remember it's on the bottom of your foot and in the back of your leg. And the extensors are on the top of the foot. Yeah. All right. So here's a couple more that we have to, oops. Wait. Let me grab another picture. So I think there's some. Let me just look at a couple. Okay. Couple more pictures. All right. So, what would this one? Oh, did I share it? Which is this one? Oh, whoops. No, you don't have to know these, right? You don't have to know the deep. You don't have to know the flexor brevis ones. No, let me get another picture, sorry. Top of the foot. I have it. Let me look. So, the brevis muscles, right? So I'm trying to find a picture that has I found it. Okay. Let me bring it up. Okay. So name this muscle then. So brevis muscle is shorter and it's right on the, the foot. Right. So this is the good extensor digitorum brevis. And then what would be the one here? There's one like right over here by the big toe. But it's a muscle, so this is not the tendon. Extensor hallucis brevis. What is this one right here? The tendon. If I put the pin on the tendon. Yeah. And then what is this right here? The tendon for what? If we follow it, it's actually right over here. Yes. So remember, it goes along with this group. So it goes boom, boom, So how about these one? What is the name of this muscle right here? Yeah. Remember what bone is it on? Yeah. So this one is the fibularis tertius. What is this one? Good. All right. I think you're good. What is this tendon here? Right there. Right there. Yeah. Uh-huh. Good. All right. What is the insertion of this muscle right here? Not the origin, the insertion. Via the which one? It's called the no. It's the blank tendon. Not tendon of the, it's the blank tendon. No, it's the calcaneal tendon. Just the calcaneal. So it's Achilles tendon or the calcaneal tendon. Name this muscle right here. Yeah, via the calcaneal tendon. Mm-hmm. No, so the calcaneal tendon is attached to the gastrocnemius, the plantaris, and the soleus. So sometimes, yeah, so because there's two heads to the gastrocnemius and the soleus, people have sometimes called that like a triceps muscle because they all have a common insertion. They don't count the plantaris in there, so. Yeah, it is a common insertion. What is this muscle? It comes, oh, and it goes to the other side of the foot. La 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 la. Very good. Yeah, because we haven't looked at it from this view, right? So that's why that's good. All right, good job. What is this one again? Before we leave it? Yeah. Woohoo! Okay, let's go. Let's go. Hold on.
Wait, is it the digitorum or digitoris?
Digitorum.
Okay.
Yeah, that is correct. we do. For let's go. Well, while we're here, okay, let's do this. Ready? For a new area. Let's go quickly, okay? Okay, let me find this material. All right, here we go. Okay, name the muscle. Oh, good. Spell it correctly. Yeah, and then this one here. Good. Name this muscle. Yes. What is its origin? That's one. So there are three. So follow it, right? So what you're looking right here. What about this? And it wraps around to the other side. So include all of them. That is correct. There are three. That's good. You could just say clavicle. It just says clavicle. And what's on the other side? Yep, spine of the scapula. Very good. Okay, what is the insertion? Correct. What is the action? Okay, this is so much fun. Okay. Uh-huh. They just say shoulder joint. But I mean, it's the arm, right? But it does two other things because this is such a big muscle. It's got a part in the front here and it's got a part in the back. So this one does what? It does three actions. But you're right. I think its main action is to abduct. Abduct the shoulder joint. This front part does what? It's going to pull the arm forward. Flexion, extension. Yeah. Hey, quit putting that T in there. Okay, I want you to. No! Stop it! Do it correctly. Do it correctly. Because you're not doing it correctly. Okay. All right, so it would be flexes, extends, flex, extend, and abduct the shoulder joint. That's what it says in the thing. All right, good. Let's go. What else can I see here? What is this here? I'm assuming you have to know that. Yeah, how about these right here? So this one No, no. Dorsal means what? In the back. Yeah. So this is front, anterior. So this one, see this edge? What does it look like? Does it look like a knife that you cut bread with? Yeah. And it's in the front. So what do you call it? Yep. That's it. How about, and so we can see the edge over here. Let me get another picture. Oh, you can see that, right? You can see that. Yeah, my laundry's done. Let me just take out a shirt or two. You study this, okay? Be ready to answer questions. Okay. I just have to pull out the t-shirts that get all wrinkly. Okay. All right. Name this muscle. So it goes all the way up here. It wraps around the front and comes here. So. Keep going. Yes. Trapezius. Origin. What is the origin? Give me all the origins. So look at it. Where does it begin? Up here, here. All these here. Originates. Which vertebrae? You got to be specific. So it's not these upper cervical ones because there's actually muscles underneath it, right? So they can't be attached on the vertebrae. But it's these lower ones. Yeah. And then also at the top of the head, it's kind of hard to see. So on parts of the occipital bone, not costal vertebrae. No, not so thoracic vertebrae. Yeah. So thoracic vertebrae is good. All the thoracic vertebrae. And yeah, occipital bone, good. The last cervical vertebra, C7, because it has the spinous process that sticks out far. So spinous processes of C7 all the way to T12. And this is a good indication of where T12 is. That's where it ends. I never thought of that. Now, C7 to T12 spinous process, right? The bony parts that stick out in the back. Actually, and C7. So spinous process of C7 to T12. And then up here, you have to be specific with the external occipital protuberance. You know, the big bump in the back of your head. Some people have real big ones. It protrudes, it's a protuberance. Protuberance. So, okay, so go ahead and write these all down. The origin, and you look at it, is the external occipital protuberance. You're not typing. Oh, there we go. The superior nuchal line, where's that? So there's a line here. Is that connective tissue? Protuberance. The first protuberance was correct. Okay, then the superior nuchal line. Yeah, and then what vertebrae, or what spinous processes? So then say that. Yeah, good. What is the insertion? So now you look over here. What is the insertion? It's actually on the other side of the deltoid. So all the deltoid origins is the same as the trapezius insertion. Yeah, so name them. Insertion. What else? Yep, on the front, and then what is it back here? Good. All right, perfect. And what's the action? So it's attached to mainly the scapula. So what would be the action? It does all the actions of the scapula. It moves the scapula in all ways. So if these contract here, it can elevate the scapula. If these contract down here, it can depress the scapula. If these contract here, it can retract the scapula. And it can also rotate the scapula. So it can like turn the scapula. And if this is the insertion, yeah, rotate, elevate, depress, retract the scapula. You know what retraction is? So, you know, when you pull your shoulder blades together, like you're stretching, like that, that's called retraction. So you're pulling the scapulae together, closer. And then when you move them apart, like you pull your shoulders forward, that's called protraction of the scapula. And then this is retraction. So if the trapezius contracts right in the middle, it can retract them or pull them closer together. I feel good. So now elevate your scapula. Depress your scapula. Pull them down. Retract your scapula. And then rotate them, I guess, to the rotating your scapula. Maybe it's going like this. And that's all trapezius. So when you like, scapula is doing all. But then there's other muscles that do it again. Oh, come on. Okay, now let's do some more. Here we go. I'm looking at the list. Name this muscle. So this one's named for its action. So if you look at, if it shortens, if that muscle shortens, what are you doing to the scapula? Yeah, without the E. Uh-huh. Levator. What's the rest of that muscle? No, it's just levator scapulae. That's a good guess because it's kind of like a rectangle. Levator scapulae. Good. How did they pronounce that? Did they say scapulae or scapulae? Scapulae. Okay. All right. Name this muscle right here. Good. What is this one up here? All right. So, did they ever tell you what the difference between them is? So see the line between them? It's right at the spine of the scapula here. Now, sometimes in some cadavers, there's a break here. Like there's a break in the rhomboid major. And so some people get confused and would call this rhomboid minor here and this rhomboid major. But the break comes at the spine of the scapula. So here's the spine of the scapula. It ends right here. Here's the border of the scapula. So that's where the rhomboid minor begins. So be careful. I'm just thinking of ways that they might try to trick you. All right. Name this muscle up here. Especially if they told you about that, the difference. Good. Name this muscle. Good. Name this muscle. Big fat one. Not the poop muscle. Because then there's a little one right next to it. Right. And this word means cigar shaped. Does that help? It looks like a cigar. Here it is over here. Major, minor. Ready? Yeah, because we have a pronator teres too. That looks like a cigar. So, name this one. Good. And this one? Is this part of the rotator cuff? Nope. Nah, it's these guys that are rotator cuff. All right, there's one more part of the rotator cuff that's on the other side of the scapula. What is that one called? I'll get a picture later. So after we're done with this picture, I'll bring out the other one. No, so what's on the other side of the scapula? Remember, there's a subscapular fossa. No, subscapular fossa, the subscapularis muscle. Yeah. Okay, and I'll show you a picture of that later, so don't worry. Name this muscle. Wait, so what? So what are the four muscles? Yeah, so it's this, this, and then the one on the other side, the subscapularis. Because all the rotator cuffs, yeah, and the teres minor, they all insert, well, these three insert on the greater tubercle. So all the rotator cuffs, they kind of strengthen the shoulder joint here. Okay, so we have muscles that come here, and then the subscapularis comes this way to the lesser tubercle, and then the ones in the back go this way to the greater tubercle, and they hold that joint and keep it, secure because it moves around a lot. Yeah, and so all those secure that shoulder joint, glenohumeral joint, and that's the rotator cuff. The teres minor does not. Major. The teres major comes in through the armpit and inserts in the front here, and it kind of goes with the latissimus. Oh, name this muscle right here. Not the lasori. Dory. It's on the back, so it's a dorsal muscle, and you can see it on the side. So you can really see it on the side. Who has big latissimus dorsi? Dory? And why is that? Let me see a better picture. Okay, see? Because you can see it on the side, so it's lateral, but the muscle is on the back. Yeah, because its action is to extend the arm. Actually, you know who's even better than that? Show you a good one. Okay, this right here, latissimus dorsi, because you can see it appears like bat wings on the side, lateral, and dorsal, the muscle is actually on the back, so latissimus dorsi. And then what is this one then? There's a really good, oh, here, look at this one. Rhomboid major. Excellent. So now let's go back to our picture. Okay, so now we can see the latissimus dorsi here and the rhomboid major. And those two extend the arm. So swimmers and, you know, that have to extend their arm, that's where they get their power. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, now let's see if I have back muscles. Like deep back muscles. Let's see this. All right, because you have to know your deep back muscles, huh? Yeah. Um, do we have to know this? What is this? Oblique muscles. No way. Fascial. So we have to know like these, huh? Let's do. Let's do posterior. I'm looking for like posterior back while we're here. Do you have to know these? I thought I saw it somewhere. Where is it? Oh, okay, let's see. Okay, what is this group of muscles called? Yeah, this group here. I think I have a better picture though. They keep our spine erect. Yeah, erector, erector, spinae, just spinae, erector spinae. And it's made up of 3 muscle groups. I think I have to go to a different area. Okay, let me go to my axis. Come back to this. We. Okay, actually, let me look because I don't know these. So maybe we'll get skilled here. So the erector spinae group, it's a group of 3 muscles. The most medial one is the spinalis. So the spinalis is next to the spine. The longissimus is next. And the one on the outer edge that goes to the ribs, so we can see them going individually to the ribs, is the iliocostalis. Because it originates here on the I guess on the ilium, the iliac crest. Okay. That makes sense, those three? So you can think of next to the spinal cord or spine, these are the long ones, and these go to the ilium and the ribs, so iliocostalis. We have the serratus posterior. Oh, Salt Lake International Airport. I got it. Salt Lake International. What's the airport? It's just to finish it. Oh, okay. All right, that's good. And then here's the serratus posterior, inferior, serratus posterior, superior. See, I didn't know that. We didn't do back one. Okay. So these attach to the ribs so we can see a serratus, like a serrated edge here. And I don't know if you can see a serrated edge here. But it's serratus, it's serrated. It's on the back, so they're both posterior, and there's one superior and one inferior. How's that? Oh, here's the quadratus lumborum. Okay, let me get a different picture now. Okay, so let me look at this. Let's look at this. All right, now I'm going to quiz you on this, okay? Ready? All right, here we go. Name this group of muscles. Number C on each rib, so it creates this edge. Oh, no, where is it located? It's serrated, and it's, because there's a serratus anterior, right? So you have to tell me, distinguish from that. Yeah, okay, then what's this one down here? It too has this serrated edge. Good, I'm learning some stuff. It's kind of fun. Okay. Name this muscle right there. Good. And then this one here. I think it's a US. Mus. Yeah. And then this one over here. You need an ending on that. They all end in an S. It's an IS. Okay. Name this. It's a muscle. Remember, this is the one that is on the iliac crest, and it's in the lumbar region. It's shaped like a four-sided. Other way around. Just spell it again. Switch it around. Quadratus lumborum. Lumbor. lumbar. Sorry. Yeah. Quadratus. Say it out loud. Quadratus lumborum. Name this muscle. Pretty good. But you probably didn't learn it from here. Where is it located? Oh. Mm-hmm. So between the ribs. So what would you call that? Between the ribs. Yeah, these are the intercostals. Now, are they internal or external? These are the external because they go all the way around to the back. Internals are more by the sternum toward the front. Yeah. No, these are the external intercostals. Now, show me where the multifidus is. Is that, no? I don't know where that is. Let me see. Do we see it here? Oh! Multifidus. Uh-huh. Huh. You see it here? But over here it's called something else. Semispinalis thoracic. Oh, the thoracolumbar, no wait, lumbodorsal. No, thoracolumbar fascia. Okay, so let's let me find that. Let's see that. So is this the thoracolumbar fascia? No, this is the serratus posterior inferior. So I think it's just this fascia that's covering all this. The multifidus. Okay, so careful. Quadratus lumborum, muscle that's, it originates here on the iliac crest. And then there's little muscles that are like right next to this, the spinous processes. And they run like all the way along here. But see, it's called something different here. So I don't know. Stick down here. Oblique muscles. All right. All right. So I don't know where that is. Oh, Aaron's trying to call me. Hello? Hello? I'm working with Natalie.
Oh, right now?
Online. How was your test?
I got a 95.5.
Woohoo! Okay.
I'm a little bit nervous because there are a lot of like mark all that apply.
Oh,
It's always makes me nervous. But it was all multiple choice, which I hate. But it was good.
Okay. Okay, I got to get back to Natalie.
Okay, go help Nelly.
Very good. Okay, goodbye. All right. So name these muscles right here. So this is in the thorax. This is the thoracic cage. Looks kind of weird. So what is this? versus this versus these. So see the way the fibers run? And this is a rib, and this is a rib.
No, it's like.
Hey, Mom, wait a sec.
You're good. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just gonna say it's not terrible.
It wasn't
It's
terrible.
still, I studied for like 5 hours this morning, but not terrible. Are you studying right now?
Yeah, I'm
Are you
studying
not?
this.
Are you taking it today or?
No, I'm taking it.
Hold on. All right. I just started the recording again. Name this. Splenius capitis. Name this one. Name this one. Someone thought it was like a semi-truck going right up the middle of the neck. I don't know if that helps you. So semi-spinalis. Semi-spinalis. So semi-truck going by the spine, and it's a IS. Okay, semi-spinalis. So it's a semi going right next to the spine. How's that? Let me see. I don't really know. Okay. Okay, back to this. Sorry. All right. How about this one here? So this is a splenius muscle, but it's going to the head. So the capitis, right? Capitis refers to head. This is also going in the same way, but it's going to the neck. Yeah, splenius cervicus, IS. Okay. How about these here? Is this a good? So this is a group under the occipital bone. Oh, sorry. Suboccipital muscles. And then this one here. This one is a US. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, that was good. All right. So what is this one again? Yeah, I know. So what's this one? Nope, remember? It's going right up the middle. Right next to the spine. Yeah, so put it together. Yeah, okay, what is this one? Good, and then what is this one then? Ah! And then what are these muscles here? Good. And then how about this one here? That continues. I think that's it, right? It goes to the mastoid process, I believe. So, all right. Hey, good. That was good. Yeah, so happy about that. All right, we're moving along. Okay, let's do well, let's do the anterior neck. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, let me find it. Okay, there's this superficial layer, superficial, really thin muscle that kind of lays over all this. What is that called? I don't know if I have a picture of it. Platysma. Got a Y in there. Platypus. Yeah. Isma. Who said that? Did they say that? That's good. Now remember there's a Y. Yeah, good. That is pretty awesome. All right, let's look at what is this? Good. How about the one that's deep to that? So the fibers go sideways. Go right underneath. So they remove the digastric on this side. And it does attach to the hyoid. So this is the, yes, it starts with the M. Good, close. Mylohyoid. Mylo. Yeah, good. How about this one right here? Good, and then this one here, lateral to it. Yes, that is the omohyoid. So these are superficial, sternohyoid, omohyoid. There's two more, sternothyroid, and then the thyrohyoid. So I'm not 100% sure, but let me look really quickly. Let's look. Okay, so we can guess. Yeah, that's what I got. Okay, so name this one here. You just got to look at kind of where it begins and where it ends, right? Thyrohyoid, good. And this one? Sternothyroid, good. How about this one? Origin. Origin. Oh, but spell it correctly. And what's the other origin? There's the clavicle, and there's this name for it. Okay. They just said sternum. Sternocleido. Yeah. But manubrium's even better. But sternum's fine. And then what's its insertion? And what is their action? If each one contracts by itself, it does one thing, and if they contract together, it does something else. So they're attached to your mastoid process, right? So they're gonna, so rotate and flex, rotates the head and flexes the neck. So I guess you got to be specific. Okay. Yeah, just those two. Name this group of muscles over here. There are 3 muscles right here, underneath or deep to the sternocleidomastoid. There's 3 of them. Yeah, scalenes. Okay. Hey, that's it for that. Okay, let's go. The face is pretty simple, huh? So we'll come back to that. Is that okay? So I'd rather move to, because I do want you to go into the cadaverine for a little bit. Let's do some arm muscles, just really quickly. Yeah? Okay, really quickly, name this. So just take note, we have to come back to the, okay, do you have to know long and short head? No, you don't. Wow. What's the origin? Origins, right? Because it's 2 heads. Do you have to know the individual heads, or do you just know it as one muscle? Okay, name the 2 origins. Nope. They're both on the scapula. Let me get another picture, maybe. Maybe that'll help. Good. Supraglenoid tubercle. And what is the other one? Good. And what is the insertion? Yeah, where? Specific. Nope, specific feature. There's a bump there.
Ah, it's not a tubercle, it's actually bumpy. Actually, probably should be a tubercle, but so tuberosity, radial tuberosity. What's the actions? Because it crosses this joint and it crosses this joint. It does says radial tuberosity as the insertion on your list. Oh, that's dumb. Okay, now you know it's that bump right there. What's the actions? So what does it do here? Yeah, and what does it do here? It actually flexes. That's a good guess, but it flexes the shoulder too. And it says it supinates the forearm. So you turn your, it helps with supination, although, I don't know, you have a supinator muscle that does that. So I think that's kind of a minor thing, but it says supinates forearm. Okay. So, posterior. Okay. So name this muscle here. Let me go back to arm muscle. Okay, so there's a muscle way inside here. What is that muscle called? Like in it has its origin on the coracoid process and it inserts on the arm. That help any? Yeah, close. Coracobrachialis. Ah, yes. No, you were right the first time. What nerve innervates these muscles? Got it? No? So, you know, if you don't know it, just tell me, don't know. So we can finish at least finish this. Okay, then we can, musculocutaneous. So it's one of the branches off of what plexus? So the musculocutaneous comes off what? Okay, good. Did they show you like the brachial plexus? Did you have to see it on the, do you have to identify it? Okay. All right, I'll show you that later. Okay, so what's the muscle that's deep? I don't have a good picture of the muscle that's deep to the biceps brachii. Kind of a flat muscle right underneath it. Yes, good. All right. And this is where we're going to end with the arm and the forearm. Okay. And then you can go into the lab and just look at stuff. And then, yeah, I know. So, or we can finish now if you want, or do you want to get to the posterior? I mean, to the. All right, name this. It'll be good to go out and play tennis. Yeah, so that'll be perfect. So work hard and then you can relax later. Yeah, so we'll just go until 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock for you, okay? Yeah, okay. What are the origins? So if the biceps brachii originates on the supraglenoid tubercle, infraglenoid tubercle, good. And then the other heads are just on the posterior humerus. Yeah. And what's the insertion? Yep, good. And so what's the actions? Because it crosses this joint, the elbow joint, and it crosses the shoulder joint. So remember, the triceps brachii is kind of opposite of the biceps brachii. Extends the elbow, excellent. And what does it do to the shoulder? And the shoulder, perfect. Okay. Whee, let's go to the fun part. Okay, you want the real one? Can we do the real one? Ah! Okay, here we go. Okay, let me see what you have to go now. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, let's start up here. Let's name this muscle. So what is this? This is the biceps brachii right here. And what is this one here? I didn't realize I have that view. So. Ready. Ready. So this is deep to the biceps brachii. You see how this one doesn't go to the radius? So it's not a radius. Yeah, so it goes brachialis. Then this one is what? And it starts on the brachial region. Yeah, brachioradialis, excellent. And then what's this one? So we start with the brachioradialis, right? All right, here we go. What is that? Oh, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Now remember, there's two of them. You're correct, but there are two of them. There's one here and one there. Ah, US. Ah, good. And what's this one? Perfect. Name this one. Excellent. What's that one? Oh, sorry. No, that one. Little guy. Yeah, that's that one. Yeah. Okay. What's this one way over on the edge? Ends at the wrist. Correct. No, you were right the first time. Wow, yeah, huh? It's for us. Stinky. All right, name that muscle. Where's it going? You're right. Abductor what longest? Hello? Yeah, I am. We're trying to finish up, so. Oh no, she has to go into the lab. Yeah, then she's gonna play tennis with Jeremy at 5. Okay, bye. Abductor pollicis longus. Excellent. What is this one? Ooh, excellent. Pollicis. Oh, sorry, I didn't catch it on the abductor. Pollicis. Or polycis. Do they do polycis or kiss? Cis. Okay, polycis. How about this tendon here? There's a tendon that stretches across and then goes deep. Excellent. Okay. How about this tendon right here? This one goes deep also, but it only goes to that finger. What is that one called? Yeah. What is the origin of this? Excellent. You have to say the bone. Lateral left condyle of humerus. Good. What is the insertion? Excellent. What's the action? Wait. The extensor digitorum flexes the digits? Hey, I get that a lot. I get that a lot. All right, let's do that was good. You're right. You do know it pretty well. Okay, name this muscle right here. Ah, no, it's not. Way over here. Too far over to the edge. Yeah. I already asked this one and on the other side. So this is like the other, it's on the edge. Tricky. No. Oh, what's on the outside of that? So let's, oops. Oh, don't look. So it started with the brachioradialis. Brachioradialis. Evo brachioradialis. Okay, so now we get to the PFPF. Did you guys do the PFPF? Oh, you didn't? Because this is, it's really helpful. Let me show you. All right, so put your hand just like that, your right hand out. And then put your left hand, like wrap it around the medial epicondyle. And it goes P, F, P, F. P, F, P, F. Are you doing that? And the reason why this is important is because when you get in the cadaver room, usually the cadavers are not in anatomical position. And so, yeah, and so this allows you to know like which way the pronator teres goes and, you know, what the orientation of the flexor carpi radialis, palmaris, longus flexor carpi ulnaris. Because if you don't do that, sometimes it's confusing to know which way the teres, pronator teres is supposed to go. So when you get in there, you look and you find the thumb, you know, and then you put your hand exactly how it is on the, and then lay the PFPF. And so then you can see where it's supposed to go. Don't be afraid to do that. People don't do it. And I have to sometimes kind of do that in my mind. So now when you look at this, okay, if your hand is like that, you put the PFPF, now you see where the pronator teres begins. So here's actually the medial epicondyle. So now, you know, and you know that the flexor, this couldn't be the flexor carpi radialis because it's coming from the wrong side. It has to come from this side. So name that muscle right here, that little guy. All right, so again, so put your hand exactly in that orientation, like turn it upside down. And so this is the palm of the hand down here at the bottom. Okay? Are you doing that? And then put your hands on the PFPF. So your hands upside down like this. Okay, and now you can see that, oh, the pronator teres is supposed to go diagonal, like this. Remember, teres means cigar shape, so it looks like about the size of a cigar. And once you find the pronator teres, then you just kind of go in order from there. No, I was talking about this one, the brachioradialis. Because you called that the flexor carpi radialis because it's on the radius side. Oh, sorry. I meant this one. Couldn't be the flexor carpi radialis because it's starting on the wrong side. Oh, okay. So does that make more sense now that I didn't confuse you now? Okay, so name this muscle right there. Yeah. Uh-huh. What is the first part of that? Let's see if you have to know anything. It's all out of order. Okay. Yeah, so this is the pronator teres. Then it goes the okay, what's next? Almost done. We're gonna finish. This is it, and then we're gonna break. Okay. Excellent. How about this little one with the long tendon? It goes right to the palm. Yeah. All right, then this one way over here on the edge. Yeah, US, sorry. It ends here at the wrist on the pinky side. Mm-hmm. So those are all superficial. That's the PFPF. Okay, let's go to the next deeper level. And in fact, I don't know. So what are these? What's these muscles down here, right and back? Come on, let's finish. Don't goof off. What are these muscles back here? Hurry, come on. No. What are, it's a big fat muscle. It's super fleshy. Uh-huh. Keep going. Flexor digitorum. You know what the rest of that is? Flexor digitorum. You know, it's all random. I don't really like the order in which they did it. Superficialis, the first time was correct. So did you know that there are like 3 layers of the anterior forearm? Okay, so the first layer is the PFPF. The second layer is the flexor digitorum superficialis. That looks like this. Right? So it's a big muscle. I call it super fleshy. And then the third layer, the deepest layer, it's actually 4 layers, but this is the third layer. And what is this one here? So look where it's going. Yes. No, it's not. Is it short? So is it an extensor or a flexor? Mm-hmm. So what's the whole thing? Yes. Perfect. Almost done. What is this one here? Look at where it's going. No, you get an hour, right? Okay, let's get out. Okay, close up, close up, close up. We're gonna stop it here. Go. Goodbye. I'll call you when we get home. Get in there. All right. Bye.